The people are in where they hang out, man. The networking event of Central Florida. Across from me, man, the infamous, the notorious, the retired Mr. Todd Log. How are you doing, buddy?
Hey, man, thanks very much for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad you come on, man. So a retired attorney?
Well, I had to practice. I started with Morgan & Morgan, and then I went on my own and, did TV and all that other stuff, tried a lot of cases, sold my practice a while ago to run for Congress a couple of times, write a book, do a radio show. I love it. I'm jealous looking at you now.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had this great opportunity. There's a guy, John Dill, who was John Morgan's top trial attorney. And so John's got offices all over the country, you can imagine. And his best trial attorney was John Dill. And this guy would come in, try a case against big tobacco, death cases where they're offered no money, but big damages, medical malpractice, auto accidents, slip and fall. And John would get these huge verdicts. So John Morgan would just send him around. Well, about 10 months ago, he left the firm to start his own practice. And I said, John, let me run your firm for you because I've handled thousands of personal injury cases, tried high volume. But nobody in Central Florida has ever had an option. This product we've never had. There's no John Dills running around Central Florida with this kind of trial record. So I'm running his firm for him, handling the cases, and signing them up.
So really I'm seeing two All-Stars. There's Todd Long and John Dill, and All-Stars a part of this thing. That's rare that you get that kind of mix up like you said in a practice.
Well, I will say there's one for sure. Like I said, there's a lot of me out there, but there really isn't. There's a few John Dills in the entire country. And but yeah, I'm used to moving cases fast, writing TV ads, marketing, and we're here tonight. Red Carpet Monday's a great event. Ryan and these guys, Charles, do a great job. And so we're in Channel 13 Spectrum now. We're doing all these events. We're getting to know the community because it's really important to me. Like you see all these, you see everybody sees those ads 24/7.
Sure.
And you hear we recovered millions, and well, yeah. I mean, if you advertise a lot, you'll recover a lot of money because the injuries are bad. There's car accidents all the time.
Right.
And people get really hurt. What distinguishes the personal injury attorney is the trial ability, because that's what scares the insurance companies, the State Farms, Allstates, Geico's. Hey, if you have a big injury and somebody else is at fault,
otherwise they're settling unless you got one of these guys that you know is going to be showing up at the courtroom.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a big, paralyzed death with a big injuries, whoever your attorney is, you get a lot of money, but you'll get the most money if they're terrified of walking into court with John Dill, these adjusters will see a John Dill maybe once every 2 or 3 years in their lifetime. I was a former insurance defense attorney, so I know how it works.
So you've been on the other side, and you've seen these that aren't these and
hardly ever. And it's like, if you're an insurance defense adjuster, a defense lawyer, you're getting paid by the hour, you're making your money. The only thing you don't want to have happen in your life is a big verdict. What happened? Why did we go so wrong? So when John Dill walks, which you'll see maybe once a year, and these other 99% of these other guys don't try any cases, you're like, let me get John Dill out of my life. Let's pay him off. Pay him what he wants, something fair. I mean, and John will leave me alone, and I'll go back to my life. So for me, it was a great opportunity. As you can tell, I'm excited now to go. This is, incredible because there really is nothing like them in Central Florida or in the state. And the other thing that's exciting is it's the only product you can get where you get the very best product for the exact same price. The contingency fee, everything else is good. Great restaurant, you pay for it. Great this. No, the guy that's never tried a case, and 99% of these guys aren't even board certified, are the same percentage fee that John's charging. You get the best product in the world for the same price.
I think that's a huge separation because a lot of people don't know. They see enough commercials. They get sold on a guy or a girl and a lady, and they don't know that maybe this person has never even seen trial, never even been to court or board certified.
Yeah, and like you said, when I was a board certified civil trial lawyer, and my ads used to be less than 2% of all lawyers are board certified. That just takes 15 jury trials. Pretty much 99% of the ads you see are from guys that aren't board certified. They don't even have 15 jury trials, or they would tell you they're board certified. That's the ads I used to run. John's not just board certified. He has over 200 jury trials, over 200 million in verdicts. So that's what I'm trying to say. The disparity between John Dill and these other people is night and day. It's not like it's close.
He's like one of those guys from the movies that walk in and the courtroom goes, "Oh my God!"
Exactly. Well, yeah, and so what's also kind of interesting is because John would be flown around. Most of these cases used to be that they'd be negotiated and there was no settlement, and then John would kind of like save the day type guy. Like now we're bringing in the big gun. Well, now John's handling, with me from the start. So it's interesting to watch the insurance companies going, All right, yeah, because the public doesn't know the difference, but the insurance companies know who he is.
Right. That's what I was going to say. A lot of people wouldn't know. They see enough commercials. They don't understand. I think that's very imperative that you're out here getting John's name out there, who he really is, and what his resume is, and the difference.
And the other thing that I really appreciate is he's just a good guy. You know, like some people are great at what they do, and
terrible people.
Well, the ego comes with it and whatnot, and that's not him. He's just a regular, down-to-earth guy. That's like you have your lane, radio, doing your thing, podcast. His lane is the trials. That's what he was born to do, and he's a people's person. You have to be a great trial lawyer. You have to be a people's person.
Yeah,
you have to be likable.
The jury's got to like you.
Yeah, and it's not just book smarts. It's understanding everything you say and do, how people are going to react to it, and you got a lot of 6 different people every time. So you got to be flexible in your personality, prepared, wise.
You know how to read people. I'm actually a retired psychologist.
Yeah. So
it's reading
really,
people. There's a part of that in it.
All the best trial attorneys are great. They're great people skill people.
Yeah.
They know how to relate to people. And Johnny Cochran, remember those days?
Sure.
He understood who his audience was, and he plays to his audience. So you just get these people's people, and John's fantastic at that. So, so we're here. I want people to know, and that's why I love so much working with him and for him, because you truly are getting something special. And there's truly nothing like it, and he's a good person, and so. Anyway.
Well, Todd, I know you're a humble guy, man, but to let them know, that's 2 All-Stars on the team. Guy that you ran for Senate.
I ran for the U.S. Congress.
Okay.
And several times, grassroots type candidate, trying to fight against the machine up there. Those career politicians.
Oh, man.
Went for it from nowhere, and it was great. You meet a lot of people, and one of the things that was great about doing that, what I like what I'm doing now is, there's so many good people in this country, and so many people working hard, and small business owners trying to make it. And that's why events like this I love. Because, everybody hears about the business guy that makes it. Well, 80% of small business owners are hustling, trying to create jobs. It's tough. Some fail. They're fighting, and being out with these people that are really trying hard. And that's the backbone of our country that generates the wealth is the small business owners. Some successful, some not. Some will make it, So I love this kind of stuff, and I loved running for Congress. Really
thinking about running again ever?
Oh no! Like you said, infamous Todd.
Well, the fact you gave that a run and pushed and tried to push those insiders out and come—that's something that I commend that you put the time and the money that goes into doing something like that. That's serving too. That's serving too and trying to make a difference. And now finding a way to help so many people get in touch with a lawyer like this, that has the resources that he provides in the courtroom, and what you're able to bring to the organization of it too, and helping the clients that come in, man. I can see why you joined this team, man, and I think John should be just as grateful to have you a part of it.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me on the show. Good luck with what you're doing, and you do a lot better job hosting a radio show or podcast than I ever did. I tried it. It's not easy to keep the thing moving, so you did a great job. I appreciate it.
I have my moments, been doing it a long time.
I can tell.
But, is there a website where people can go?
John W. Dill. There was another John Dill, so he had his middle initial in there, so people know it's johnwdill.com. He's a personal injury attorney, and he handles anything big, anything that needs to be litigated. And, just
reach out.
Reach out,
Todd, man. I appreciate you being on the show, brother.
Thanks, my friend. Take care, my brother.
All right, y'all. We'll be back here in a little while with our guest number 3, 4, and 5.